Those who were not, who's Enrico? Alba? Okay. So I've just renewed my, I hope everyone was informed regarding the change of the credentials, Zoom credentials. By the way, I made a mistake because when you're renewing, I registered the wrong email. So yeah, next time we'll go back to the old credentials. I hope everyone was informed, no? Because I sent you an email yesterday. Okay. Any questions so far? Is there a an activity in school today? Yesterday was no. But anyway, we'll just go on with our normal lecture, no? Okay. So this is CS4152 digital design. We are using. This is a continuation of your hardware course, no, in computer science. So you're all CS majors here, no, I believe. And then this will be a prerequisite course for CS. No, that's computer architecture and organization. Okay. Any questions so far? So last meeting, I introduced you to number systems, no? Right? Okay. Let's look at that again, okay? Titingnan ko lang. Bakit na gano'n? Okay, so I think we should look at the representation again. So I gave you number systems, no? This is what we discussed, no? So in review, no? Let me do a slideshow na lang. Okay. We were discussing the binary number system. This is important because this will be the main basis of our course, no? Digital design is about design using binary numbers, okay? So we were introduced to the number system, no? We know that there are symbols. Now in a number system, symbols are used to represent quantities, okay? Particular Bergantinos, okay? Particular quantities. Okay. There's a fixed set of symbols. For example, for the decimal number, we know it's from 0 to 9. And when we run out of symbols, we move to the next. Okay. We move to the next position, going from right to left. No? Now each position has a designated place value symbol. No? The symbol 1 has a place value of, for example, in the number 10, the symbol 1 has a place value of 1 6 pala, no? The symbol 6 has a value of 1 to the 10 to the 0 or 1, and 1 has a symbol of value or a place value of 10 to the 1. Okay, so the actual quantity represented is 1 times 10 to the 1 and plus 6 times 10 to the 0. Okay, so when we run out of symbols, we move to the next place value. Okay, so the popular number systems are decimal, binary, and hexadecimal. People use the decimal system. Okay, and computers use the binary system. Programmers use the hexadecimal system, no? Mendoza just came in. Now, in the design of hardware, computer hardware, we will be using, of course, binaries, binaries numbers. No? Any questions? No. So characters can be encoded using codes. No, we are familiar with the ASCII code. No, let's look at the table. We use this in programming, right? So, for example, the letters A to Z, 65. No, they're coded. Okay. 65. The letter 65 is letter A, B, C, D, capital. No? They follow. They're coded in ASCII as character 65, 66, and so on and so forth. Adriatico, good morning. Okay. So that's the American code for standard code for information interchange. You can Google that anywhere. No, there's a table, no, of ASCII codes. The old the old coding system is IBCDIC. No, it's used by IBM in their old computers. It's no longer being used nowadays. No. A bit is the smallest unit of binary number. It's composed of one binary digit. Enable is the next unit. It's composed of 4 bits. Enable is important because conversion from binary to hexadecimal is done by nibbles. Okay, but done by nibbles. Now, the least significant bit is the bit with the smallest place value. It's usually the rightmost bit, and the most significant bit is the bit with the highest place value, which is the leftmost bit. Okay. Okay. So in this case, no, the binary series with 2 nibbles, 8 bits. The leftmost bit is the MSB. The rightmost bit is the LSB. Okay. So, for example, when you represent integers, no, integers are represented as a series of digits or bits. So, in decimal, for example, if you have the number 13, it's 1 times 10 plus 3 times 1 because 10 to the 0 is 1. Okay. In binary, we will have 1, 1, 0. It's 1 times 2 thirds, 2 to the thirds, kasi 2 to the 0, 2 to the 1 to the 2. 2. 1, 1, 1, 0 pala, no? Apat, I'm sorry, no? 1 times 2 to the third plus 1 times 2 squared plus 0 times 2 to the 1, that's 0, plus 2 times 1, 2 times 1. 1 times 2 to the 0, which is 1, okay? So so we are going into an incrementing series of place values, or to compute the place values, we increment the exponent, no, corresponding to the base. For example, if the base is 10, we have a corresponding 10 to the increasing exponent by tens, 10 to the 0, 10 to the 1, 10 to the second. So 1, 2 to the 0, 2 to the 1, 2 squared, 2 to the third. That's increasing. That's how we compute the place values or the significance of a digit. Okay. How about fractions? Anyone? How do we represent fractions? I-check ko ang attendance mamaya ulit, no? So I can look at you. I'm not familiar with with your faces, no? Okay. So pag fractions, decrementing series, no? 2 to the negative 1, 2 to the negative 2, 2 to the negative 3, going to the right. Okay. When we go to left, we are increasing. When we go to the right, we are decreasing. Okay. So in decimal, we have 10 to the negative 1, 10 to the negative 2, and 10 to the negative 3. If we're going to the right. So the first place value is 1/10, the second is 1 over 100, second is 1 over 1000, right? In binary, no, the first place value after the point or the binary point is 1/2, because that's 2 to the negative 1. Okay. The second value, place value is 1/4, because it's 2 to the negative 2. The next is 1/8, and the next is 1 over 16, and 1 over 32, as so on and so forth. Any questions so far? So fixed point representation. You will have an assignment, by the way, today, no? Fixed point representation and conversion of numbers. Now, when you say fixed point representation, we fix the decimal or the binary point. Okay. It is used as a divider between the integer and the fractional part. Okay. For example, we have here 26.5 base 10. What is the equivalent in ano? So I'm sorry, somebody's going in. Okay. Linasa, Albert, good morning. 26.5 base 10 is equal to 11010.1. Okay, so there's a divider between the integer part and the decimal part or the fractional part. Okay. So for example, the one here is 1 times 2 to the 4th. The next one is 1 times 2 cubed. The 0 is times 2 squared. It's a 0 anyway. The 1 is times 2 to the 1. It's a 2. And the 0 is times 2 to the 0. It's 0 anyway. And the last one is 2 to the negative 1, because it's beyond the negative. Sorry. 2 to the negative 1. Why 2 to the negative 1? Because it's after the binary point. Excuse me a while. No? I'm sorry for that. No? So it's 2 to the negative 1 now. The next is 2 to the negative 2. So ito 2 to the 0, 2 to the 1, 2 squared, 2 cubed. Okay. Give me na lang. Dali lang. Sorry for that. Okay, so sorry for the annoyance. No? Let's go back now. This is the place values, okay? Any questions about this? I'll give you an assignment on this, okay? For next meeting. Okay, for example, this is a number, no? 01100010110. For example, if the decimal number is placed here, what's the actual value? So 1 times 2 to the 1, 1 times 2 to the negative 1, because 0 here is times 2 to the 0. It's not important, okay? This one here is times 1/2 or 2 to the negative 1. This one here is times 1/4 or 2 to the negative 2. So it will be 2 plus 1/2 is 0.5 and 1/4 is 0.25, right? So this is 2.75. Okay, do you follow? That's fixed point representation. Okay. Floating point. Okay. Now, the disadvantage with si Alba, pakisabi be. Can you communicate with Alba? Open his email.
Yes, sir. Ay, Alba?
Nandito na si Alba.
Yes, sir. I am Alba.
Just to check, no? Castillon, are you there? Mabasa? Razul and Salvador? Anyway, this is recorded, no? So this is 12.5. 26.5 and 2.75, no? Let's have an example, no? For converting, no? 12.5 into floating points. Now, the disadvantage and advantage with fixed point is limited yung accuracy. Why? Because it cannot represent very small numbers. Okay. Another way to represent binary numbers is use floating point, which means that the binary point or the decimal point is floated. No? It can shift to the left or to the right depending on the value that is represented. No? If it's very small, it will shift to the left. It's very large, it will shift to the right. No? Diba? Ganun yun. Okay. For example, we have 12.5. To convert a decimal number into binary floating point, we continue dividing it, the number by 2 until the decimal part becomes a 0. You follow? So for example, 12.5 divided by 2 is 6.25. 6.25 divided by 2 is this, 3.125. We continue dividing it because it's a 3, it's not a 0 yet. 3.125 divided by 2 is 1.5625. So we divide it again. Okay. 1.5625 divided by 2 equals 0. No? It's now 0.7825. This is now a 0. Okay. Do you follow? So what we do is we count the number of divisions. There are 4 divisions. Okay. So the value that is a result becomes the significant, no? And the number of times used to compute or to divide becomes the mantisa. Okay. You follow? Okay. Any questions so far? Let's have an example in Excel, no? So if you look at your no, I have added an example. Can you download this? Okay. Fixed point and floating point example. We will use Excel, no? Do you follow? Okay. Now, the first part, this is from decimal, binary. Okay. And this is the conversion of, no, tama na ito, no? Decimal to binary. We are converting the exponent and the mantisa. Baligtad pala ako, no? Exponent pala and mantisa. I'm sorry, no? Salvador. Salvador, good morning.
Sir.
Okay. So anyway, this is recorded now. So we are in no, representing of exponent pala is the number of times that the division was done. Mantisa is the resulting number. Let's erase this first. You can load this worksheet now. What we'll do is we have put a formula equals that divided by 2. No? Since it's not a 0, we'll just copy. We'll copy and paste values. No? Copy. Then we paste values ito, no? Paste values. And this one we copy and paste formulas. O, ganyan, no? Do you follow? Do you get my point? Okay. Okay. So we'll just copy this and then paste values here. Why did we do that? Because the result is a 13. It's not a 0. So we'll copy this and then paste formula here. So it's still a 6, no? Shall we continue or not? Anyone? What do? We repeat the division. Okay, that's right. We repeat the division. Wong is correct, no? Continue. We repeat the division until the integer part becomes a 0. So we repeat, we just copy this. We paste values. And then here we paste formula. Okay. So it's not it's a 3, no? It's not yet a 0. We'll just copy this. And then we paste values. And then we paste formula here. So we'll be using Excel because, of course, no, you cannot pass. I don't like to pass an image, no, yung camera, no. So Excel lang tayo, no. Copy, then paste values, then paste formula. Okay. So we now have 8.375. We'll count the number of times in case it's long, no. This is the lazy man style, no, in counting. You have 6, right? So the exponent is mantisa. Okay. The exponent is 6 and the mantisa is 0.8375. Now later we'll go on to conversion. No? Do you follow how to convert long positive numbers? Right away that we know that 6 is 110, right? Any questions why it's 110? Okay, so it is 1 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4. So 4 plus 2 is 6. Now 0.8379, ito ang mahirap ngayon. This one is difficult, okay? Do you follow? Why? Because we are going to convert 83789. And we know that there's a binary point there. Okay. Dapat inuna natin yung conversion, no? How to do conversions. But anyway, to make a long story short, it's this, no? Any questions? I'll explain this further later, no? Nandun sa isang slide kasi yung example conversion. Okay. So this is our exponent. This is our mantisa. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay. We'll proceed to the next slide, no? Which is positive number conversion, and then we'll go to negative number conversion, and then before I will give you the assignment, okay? We have an example about this. How do we convert decimal numbers to binary? Razul, good morning. Si Linasa nandito na ba? Yes. Yes. Nandito na. How about Mabasa. Mabasa ang Castillo na lang, no? Okay. Small as digital, rather decimal numbers are easy to compute. What if you have very large quantities? How do you convert them? When we do this by hand, what we'll do is we repeat. The process is called repeat. We convert the integer part by a continuous division. Okay. We divide it and look at the result. If it's a 0, we stop. Okay. And we take note of the remainder. Do you follow? Okay. The fraction. This is the converting the integer part. To convert the integer part, we continuously divide. Okay, until the quotient is 0, right? And then to convert the fractional part, we continuously multiply. Okay, get the fractional part of the product and repeat the same until it is 0. No? Multiply it until the fractional part becomes a 0, and then we concatenate the integer, and then then we get the fixed point representation. Do you follow? Example ba dito? Okay. Okay. Let me share my I hope I can do this, no? Tingnan ko lang, no, kung kaya natin dito sa anong number ba? 26.5. This means let me get the scratch paper. Problema ko lang. Wala akong, I don't have a whiteboard marker. 26.5, okay? We'll convert that into fixed point binary, okay? Where's my sharing? So anyone, sandali lang, ayusin ko lang, no? I will just fix my camera. Klaro na ba? Okay, 26.5. So ang 26 we will convert the mas masyadong maano no? Mas masyadong 26.625. 6. You follow? So first the 26. Okay? Do you follow? 26 divided by 2 is 13. Okay. With that, the remainder is 0. Do you follow? Do you follow? We take note of the remainder. And then we have 13. We continuously divide this, no? Until it becomes a 0. 26 divided by 13, or rather 13 divided by 2, it's a 6, right? 6, remainder 1. Okay. And then we have 6 is not a 0. We'll have 6 divided by 2. Okay. The answer is 3. Remainder is a 0. Okay. We will reverse the arrangement later. No? Mabasa. I'll check remind me to check your attendance. No? I'm in the middle of a computation here. Okay. Any questions so far? So we'll continue now. It's a 3, so we'll continue dividing. The 3 divided by 2 is 1, remainder of 1. Do you follow? Okay. Then 1 divided by 2 is a 0, remainder 1. Is that correct? No? Okay. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. Okay, 16 plus 4. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 8. 8 plus 16 is 24 plus 2. Okay, and then we will reverse this in that way. So 26 is 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. You follow? Okay. So is this correct? Let's this is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. 16 plus 8 is 24 plus 2. This is 26. Okay. We will not do it. I'm just trying to do it this way, no? I'm just trying to do this because face-to-face classes you have to do it by hand, no? But online we will just use Excel anyway, no? So the problem then is how to construct the formula in Excel so that we will be able to do this. Okay. Any questions? Let's have the 0.625. Okay. 625. Okay. To convert the fractional part, we get the product. Okay. We get the product of the value on 2 and store the integer part. Okay. So 0.625. 0.625 times 2. So I'll use my Excel now. No, sorry. 0.625. Okay. Also, times 2. No times. 1.25. Okay. 1.25. We keep the integer part. Tama ba? Yes. We get and store the integer part. Okay. Get the fractional part. So the fractional part is 25, right? So we'll have 0.25. Okay. Until it becomes a 0. So it's the reverse in the integer. In the integer part, we continuously divide by 2. For the fractional part, we multiply by 2. Times 2, this will give us a 0.5. 0.5, so this is a 0. Do you follow? Now, 0.5 is not yet a 0. We just multiply it by 2. This will become a 1.0, right? It becomes a 1. Okay. And then this is now a 0, so we stop. Okay. Do you follow? And then we reverse. Do we reverse the process? In normal order, no? We'll go that way, no? Do you follow? Normal order, no? Unlike sa reverse order pag decimal, pag fractional. So, pag integer, 0.625 is equal to 0.101. Okay? So, 26 is equal to 11010. So, 26.625 is equal to 11010.101. Do you follow? Any questions? No? Automatic na ito dapat, di ba? No? We are converting positive numbers into fixed point representation. Sino yung last dumating? Can you chat me? Sino yung last dumating? Sorry, hindi ko makita yung chat, no? Mabasa o si mabasa yung last. So, si Castillo na lang wala. Okay. Okay. Do we need another example? Kasi gusto ko sana sa Excel na lang. Kasi ang chat Sorry na. Makita yung chat no. Okay. Okay. So that's the way to do it, not manually. But in our case, how do we do it? In Excel. Okay. Okay. Converting the positive numbers using the binary series. 53.53 ba ito? Okay, 53.625. Ito na lang, no? I think I have another worksheet here. If you look at our ano, ito dapat na una. There's an example, no? Ano ba example nito? Ito, ang daming example. 24.456. Do you follow? Okay? Okay. Anyway. Pick, mark, and subtract. Do you follow? Ito yung ano, this is what we are going to do. Pick, mark, and subtract in Excel, no? Using the binary series. The first step to convert fixed point numbers is to lay out the binary series, both for integers and fractions. Okay? And then we do a repetition of the following steps, no? Okay? Pick the value in the table that is immediately lower, okay, of the value to be converted. Mark the value in the table as 1. Okay? And then subtract the value from the given and repeat until the difference becomes 0 or sufficiently small. In our case, we consider something small when we have 4 binary places. 4 ba? 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Do you follow? So, i-erase ko muna ito, no? Okay. Okay. I-erase ko muna, no? Sayang naman. Okay, okay lang, no? So, it's important that you are familiar with the binary series here, no? I-follow? Madali lang naman eh, di ba? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024, 2048. Pagkatapos ng 248, 5196. Tama ba? 5196. And so on and so forth, no? Pwede na yun. Okay? Like in this case, 25. When you say 25, no? What will be, we lay out the binary series. We start with 1. Okay? 1 dito, no? And then the next is 2. We end, no? At the part where, which is greater than 25. Okay? Do you follow? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. And 32 is now greater than 25. We exclude it. Do you follow? Do you follow? So, 1/2. The next going to the right is 1/2, right? 0.5. The next is 1/4 equals this divided by 2. Then equals this up to 6, no? We lay out the binary series in a table. Do you follow? Any questions so far? So, hanggang saan tayo mag-stop? 6 decimal places lang, okay? 6 binary places, okay? Pick, mark, and subtract. So, we pick. In the binary series, which number is immediately lower than 25,456? Anyone? Which number is immediately lower than 25.456? Immediately after it is 16, right? Before it, no? Hindi pwedeng 8. Right next to it. We pick it, we pick it, we pick, and then we mark. We mark it as 1. Do you follow? We follow. And subtract. So, ito 16. Subtract it from here. What's that? Minus this. Do you follow? Okay? And then we repeat. Pick, mark, and subtract. Which number is immediately lower than 0.9456? A. So we pick, we mark as 1. And then what do we do? Subtract. Okay. Minus 8. Minus. Okay. Madali lang naman yung formula, copy paste na lang, okay? Okay. 0.1456. Which number is immediately lower? Hindi pwede ang 4, hindi pwede ang 2, right? 1 is immediately which one is the immediate lowest lower? 1, right? So we pick this as 1. Okay? And then we subtract. If we reach 0, we stop. If we do not, we continue to the next okay, 0.456. Which number is immediately lower now? Hindi pwede ang 0.5, right? Which number is immediately lower than 0.456? Anyone? 0.25. Okay, so we mark this. We pick this and mark. Okay, minus na naman natin. There's a lot of this in YouTube, no? Wala lang masyadong fractional. But actually, what we do to the integer, we just repeat on the fractional part, okay? It's not yet a 0, so we just go on. Okay? The result is not yet a 0, no? So we just go on. 0.206. Okay? Now, which number is immediately lower? Okay? Hindi pwede ang 0.25, no? Kasi nagano na. Immediately lower. Is this immediately lower? Yes. Di ba? 0.125. So, we pick and then we mark and then we minus. It's not yet a 0. Okay? So, we pick. Okay. Now, malaman, you will know that you have picked the wrong number because if you minus, it will become negative. Right? Do you follow? Okay. Which number is immediately lower than 0.081? 0.0625 ito. Huh? So we pick this and we mark and then we subtract 0.0625. Wala aking ano. Anong nangyari? Nawala ang aking keyboard. I'm sorry. Okay. We minus 0.1825. Can we subtract 0.3 this number here? Okay, try natin, no? Hindi pwede, no? Kasi mas maliit siya. Oh, it becomes negative, so we cannot do this. How about this? Yes, no, it's positive, so we mark this. Since being in the 6 decimal place, we stop because we consider it very small. The next is 1/128. Okay, hanggang 6 binary place lang tayo. Now, all the vacant places, we mark with 0. Do you follow? So that's the pick, mark, and subtract. Second method. So the good thing about this is, unlike the first method, where we divide in the integer part and we multiply the fractional part, right? The pick, mark, and subtract, we use the same method both for the integer and the fraction. Okay. Any questions? Now, do you have an Excel there? Do you have an Excel? Okay, so can you solve the 138.71? Okay, hindi ko muna ito ipakita. 138.71. Can you solve it? And then, okay. And then show me the answer, chat me the answer. Can you do that in 5 minutes? Okay. Pull out your Excel and convert 138.71. Okay. 5 minutes, everyone. 9:52, so 9.50, ano? Okay. Okay, it's in the chat, no? Okay, can we play a music while we're doing that? Three seven one pala, sorry, no? Sorry, mali, no? Sige. 138.371, no? Okay, mali pala yung nag-chat ko, no? Okay. See you again in 5 minutes. Okay.
puso, ikaw lamang ang saya. Sa ganda ng umaga, nangungulila sa'yo sinta. Ikaw ang aking tanging yaman na nilulusang masura. Ang nilikha mo kaligtaan, suyang ng iyong kagandahan.
Okay, what's the answer? Do you have an answer already? 138.371. Anyone? Walang nakasagot? Anyway, you can download, no? Okay. Sige. Okay. Ito by from Jana, from Miss Wong. This is the answer. Okay, ito. Okay. Let's do this. This is our binary series. Hanggang 1 to 8 lang tayo. Right? Because 256 is already greater than 138.371. Okay? Do you follow? Okay. Keyboard also. Okay. So we pick this because it meets and then subtract. Oh, 10.371. What's the next number? It's 8. Diba? Hindi pwedeng 16. So we subtract the 8. Okay. 0.2371. So what's the next? 2. Okay. You mark this. Subtract. Okay, 371. Hindi pwede ang 1, hindi pwede ang 0.5. We can have this. Right? What's next? Mali yung ating nadagdag. Mali pala, no? 0.25 pala. 0.25. You will know right away because the answer is bigger than 0.25. So the next is this. Mukhang mali na yata yung nyo eh. Mali na yata yung kay kay Miss Wong. Okay. We copy this. Mali. We paste pala. Paste values. Okay. Pwede ito, right? Then pwede ito. Okay. So hanggang dito na lang tayo, no? So we fill up. One, tapos we have 3 zeros. 1011, 1010. Okay. So ito 1010 dapat. Okay. And then instead of 1, we'll have 1 0 0. Do you follow? No. No, mali. It's 0.0. 0.01 00 dalawang 1.
0.0101 dapat, sir, na mali ni mo erase kanina.
Kini.
Yes, sir.
So tulo ka 1.
Yes, sir.
Okay, namali ako mark. Thank you. Any questions? Is there a better way than doing this? Is there a faster way to do this? Meron tayong method 3. Kasi medyo ano ang formula niya. The problem with this method is pag masyadong malaki, the number is very large. This will become very long. Right? So there's a method 3. Okay. Can you get that? Ito, no? Okay. So, depende lang naman pagkalagay ng formula. Okay. Okay. What we'll do is, excuse me. Sorry, no? Instead of writing it that way, no? What we'll do is, we'll get the sum. Okay? Ganito na lang, no? We'll change our formulas. It is such that, no? So, yeah. We'll compute the place values right away, no? And we get the sum, and then we stop when it's a 0. Do you follow? So what we'll do with this is, tanggalin muna natin ito. It's not needed, no? Okay. What we'll do is we will multiply equals this, the place value times whatever is there, no? So kung 16, 1, that's 16, no? If 0, it's 0. Okay, do you follow? You just copy this. Okay. Do you follow? Copy natin, and then we'll sum it, no? I-sum natin. Diba? It's much more clever, diba? Mas madali. Did you get the formula? You can download this worksheet, by the way. Okay. Same concept, same logic, different formula, no? First, what number can we pick? 16, right? What's left? Okay. What we will do is, this is the sum. We will subtract. We'll get the difference. This one is just this minus this. Okay. Do you follow? With 9, what value can we pick? 9 or 9.456. We'll pick 8. Okay. 1456. What will we pick? 1. What's left? 456. What will we pick? 0.25. Mas madali, di ba? Okay. 0.13. What will 0.206? What will we pick? 0.13 will do. Okay. 0.081. We can pick this. Can we pick this? We will try, no? If you'll try, it becomes negative, which means you're doing a mistake. No? Can we pick this? Yes, no? And then we stop at that point. So this becomes a 0. 0, 0. Okay. So our answer is 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. 0 pa pala, sorry, no? 0. Okay. Our final answer is 1, 1, 0, 0, 1.0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1. Do you follow? You can download this worksheet, no? Okay. It's also pick, mark, and subtract with a different set of formulas. Any questions so far? So you see, our conversion actually is not exact, no? We have converted 25.456 to 25.453.125. No? There are numbers which cannot be exactly converted. Okay. Meron na ba tayong ano? Sandali lang, ha? I'm going to post the assignment. Ito. Floating point. Okay. Post ko muna, no? Hindi ko pa na, ano. Excel, no? Pass the Excel worksheet. Okay, no? First is convert 13.132.425. Okay. 132.425 to floating point. That's how do you write your solutions? Just do it like this, no? Number 1, number 2, number 3. Okay? Do you follow? Sa Excel lang. Okay? Ano na lang, the following number. Okay. First is 132.425. Okay. Next is 54.1628. Six to eight. Okay, follow. Dalawang numbers. Then 2. Convert. Okay. 1785. 112.4215. 12421. Okay. And then 3. $98.421875. 98.421.875. Then 3. Fixed point binary ang given, no? Baligtad. Decimal, okay? Sorry, naka-worksheet kasi, no? Teka nga. I'm getting lost here. Oh, wala ako. Dami ko na kasing ano. Okay. So, hindi ko na ano, no? You can use the reverse process. Okay. Do we pass next meeting? Excel, no? What's next meeting? August 6. 8 o'clock, okay na? No? 9 o'clock, magkaklase na tayo, no? Wala na lang ano. Masaya na rin yung cut-off date, okay? Any questions so far? Okay. Ito, no? Nandiyan ang ano. Let me edit it. This. Kasi meron pa ng Okay, klaro naman, di ba? Okay, that's the assignment. Any questions? Okay. Any questions? So let's proceed to the next binary subtraction. That will be our last meeting for today. Last topic for today. No? Anyone knows how to do this? How do we subtract binary numbers? And how do we represent negative values? Wala pa si Castillo, no? Si mabasa.
Wala na po internet na mabasa, sir.
Nandito na. Sorry, hindi ko na ano. Nakita, nandito na si mabasa, si Castillo na lang ang ano. Okay. Basic subtraction. 0 minus 0? 0. 1 minus 0? 1. Ang problema natin, 1 minus 1. 0. By the way, hindi pala 0. Our problem is 1 minus 1. Is 1 bar 1. Do you follow? It's like 2 minus 1. Ang ibig sabihin nito, 1 bar 1, it's negative 1. Do you follow? Kasi kung sa ano pa, 1 carry 1, kung kung addition, but since it's a subtraction, we will equate with 1 with a borrow of 1. 1 equals 0 minus 1 equals 1. No? It's a 0 borrow 1. Okay. Here's the example. Okay. 123.75 minus 85.5. We will convert them to binary. No? So 1 minus 0. 1. 1 minus 1. 0. You follow? 1 minus 1, 0. 1 minus 0. 1. 0 minus 1 cannot be. 1 pala, no? 0 minus 1 is 1. This becomes 1. We borrow this as 0. This becomes a 1. Nagborrow tayo ng 1 doon. So, this is a 2 actually. So, 2 minus 1 is 1. They follow because it was a 1, 0. 1, 0 minus 1 is 1. So, this is now a 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Do you follow? Any questions? Okay. Okay. Before we proceed, let's look at some important characteristics or properties of binary numbers. No? Given an n-bit binary number, so let's say n is equal to 4, the maximum value is 2 raised to n, the result minus 1. Do you follow? Diba? For example, if n number of bits is 4, the maximum value is 111. 1111, right? So it's 2 to the 4. 2 to the 4 is 16 minus 1 is 16 minus 1, 15. Is that correct? 1 plus 2, 3. Plus 4, 7. Plus 8, 15. Diba? If you have a long string of ones, if you have a long strings of 1, you don't have to compute 1 times 2 plus 1, 1 times 1 plus 1 times 2 plus 1. Ang haba, no? Do you follow? What you need to do is just 2 to the 4. We count out the places. 2 to the 4 minus 1. That's 15. Shortcut, okay? Now, another characteristic is the most significant bit is 2 times 2 raised to the quantity n minus 1. Okay? For example, 1, 2, 4, 8. Diba? What is the place value of this? This is 8. Why? This is 1 to the 2 to the 4 minus 1, or 2 to the 3 is 8. We will use these properties to hasten our subtraction. Okay? Para mas mapadali yung ating subtraction process. What is 1's complement? Anyone? Here's the formal definition. Given a two n-bit integers x and y, pareho silang n-bit, no? X and y is the complement, 1's complement of y if x plus y is equal to 2 to the n minus 1, or the maximum value in the given n bits. Okay? Do you follow? So for example, 1, 0, 1, 0, what is the 1's complement of 1, 0, 1, 0? Okay? Two to the 4 minus 1 is 15, right? So which means that the sum of both should be 15. Do you follow? Do you follow? So, the value of 1010, may mali ako dito, no? I think, no? Basta 2 to the 4 minus 1 is 15, ba? Diba? 16 minus 1. Okay. And 1010 is 10. Right? In base 10. X here is equal to 10 base 10. 1, 2, 4, 8. 2 plus 8 is 10. Okay? So, 15 minus 10 is 5. Right? So, the 1's complement of 10 is 5. Do you follow? Because 10 plus 5 equals 15. Do you get my point? Anyone? Do you have problems? For example, tatanungin sa'yo, anong 1's complement ng 10? What's the next power of 2 after 10? Di ba 16? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. Then the maximum value there is 15 because you minus by 1. Okay? So yung 15 na yon, you subtract the 10. So 15 minus 10 is 5. So that's the 1's complement of 10. If you are asked, what is the 1's complement of 5? It's equal to 15. Do you follow? Anyone? Random question. What's the 1's complement of 24? What's the 1's complement of 24? Seven. 7, di ba? Because the next power of 2 is, after 24 is 32. Right? 32 minus 1 is 31. Okay? 31 minus 7 or 24 is 7. Do you follow? Do you follow? What's the 1's complement of 62? 1's complement of 62? Anyone? One. The ones complement of 62 is 1 because the next power is 64 minus 1, 63, di ba? 63 minus 62 is 1. Okay? Do you follow? Why is this so complicated? Because there's a way to simplify. Look at that, no? There's a series. There, if you're observant, there's a common characteristic, no? 101 and what's the characteristic between 101 and 01, 1010 and 0101? The ones complement is the bit by bit reverse of the given value. For example, instead of computing 62 minus 1 and so forth na magulo kasi. What's the ones complement of 101? 1010? It's 0101. You just reverse the 1 to 0 and 0 to 1. Do you follow? So note that the ones complement in binary can be computed by flipping zeros and ones. Okay, but there's also, this is defined by this characteristics. Okay. Find the ones complement of 123. 127, 128 ang next day. So 123 minus 127 minus 123 is 4. So look at that, no? 123 is 1111011. And 4 is 000100. So it's just a flipping of zeros and ones. You don't even have to minus. However, no, the ones complement using decimal does not apply to numbers with fractions. Okay? Hindi mag-apply ito sa fractions. Okay? Yung minus, no? But the flipping will work. Okay, any questions, no? Given an n-bit binary fraction, 2 to the negative 1 to 2 to the negative n. Okay, what's the maximum value? Minus the fraction itself. Ganon pa rin, no? The maximum value minus the fraction itself. So for example, what's the maximum value of 0.625? Okay. Ang maximum value dito is 1.875, right? 0.5 plus 25, 0.875. 0.875 minus 0.625 is 0.25. And 0.25 is 0.010. And 0.625 is 101. So therefore, the same characteristic applies, no? If you have a fraction, you can flip the fraction and you will have its ones complement. Any questions? No? Next time nila ako magbigay ng problem sa subtraction, okay? I'll just explain it today and then review it next meeting. Okay? Any questions so far? Now let's proceed to the twos complement. Okay, the twos complement of a number is the ones complement plus 1. For example, find the twos complement of 1010. Okay, so 1010 is 0101 plus 1, so it's 0101. That's the twos. This is the ones complement. This is the twos complement. Okay. Now the good thing about the twos complement is if you reverse the process. So remember, if you have 0101, you add, okay, the ones complement plus 1, it goes back to its original form, right? So the good characteristic about the twos complement is you can go back from one form to the twos complement and back again using the same process. And you will only need addition. Sorry. You will only need addition. You don't do subtraction. Okay. The 2's complement is the negative representation of a binary number. Actually, if this is the number and this is the 2's complement, 1010 is 1, 2, 4, 8, 11, right? 010, 0101 is negative 11. Do you follow? The 2's complement is the negative representation of a binary number. So that subtraction can be done by adding the 2's complement. Okay? Do you follow? Which means that in the binary series, we can do subtraction by addition of the 2's complement. So you can do a 2's complement formula, no? Okay. Can you think of this problem? Given a decimal value, okay, representing n-bit binary number, find an Excel formula to compute the ones and 2's complement. If you do this in C++, it's in C, diba? Or in C#. But if you do this in Excel, there's a little challenge. Only a little challenge, no? Diba? You use the laws on the ones complement. Gamitin yan. Alam niyo yung pag-convert ng ones complement 2 to the n minus 1, right? You add 1 and then you get the 2's complement. Okay? Ano lang. The 2's complement of binary fractions. Bakit ganito ito, no? Ito, nag-distract. But anyway, now you know the title, the 2's complement of binary fraction. Okay. If you have a binary fraction, you can convert it the way you use integers. For example, 123.75 is this. Okay. The ones complement is this. You add 1 to the last value with a 1. For example, if the value is 110, you don't add 001. Do you follow? Ang last value kasi dito, ang 1. 110, you add it with 01 only, not 001. Okay? You remove the extra zeros to the right, and then we add 1 to the last one. Okay? So the ones you compute the ones complement, add 1 to the last one in the original form, and this is the 2's complement. Find also the Excel formula, no? To convert a number into 2's complement. Can you do this? Yes. Okay. Okay. So I will give you an example next meeting, okay? Hindi pa naman tayo mag-assignment dito eh. Ang hirap pala mag-lecture ng 2 hours, no? Sunod. Okay. Next time we will have a break, huh? In between. So si Castillon lang absent, no? Okay? So I'll give you the assignment on binary subtraction next meeting. For the moment, conversion lang muna tayo, okay? Hanggang dito lang muna tayo, okay? So we'll cut short our session. You can do your assignment right there and then. Next time we'll have a break, no? I really need a break in between. Ang hirap pala magsalita ng dire-diretso after 1 hour. Okay? So any questions? Class? Isa lang absent, no? Ang gamitin nyo na lang, method 3 na lang, okay? For the assignment. Method 3 para mabilis. Okay? Okay. I'll upload the recording, no? So you can review. Okay. Thanks everyone for coming. No? See you next Saturday. Okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.